Hey everyone, so I just wanted to record another video here real quick about another topic of interest that a lot of people actually ask questions about, and that's actually toothpaste. Toothpaste is something that surprisingly has a lot of different options to it. Uh, one, the easy way to see it is just go to your basic oral care aisle in a grocery store, and you'll see there's about a bajillion different toothpaste options there. And then go online and look, and you'll find another bajillion options. So there's a lot of different kinds out there. There's a lot of different varieties and types and uses for it. The basic idea, though, is you want to be using it so you can clean your teeth and keep them healthy. The basic thing is you want to be using it for 2 minutes twice a day. But the different types, there's lots of different types. And that's the real question that people come down to is what toothpaste is best? And that depends. Honestly, it's best to think about what you're looking for and what you're trying to need. And the best way to do that, I'm going to just kind of run through the different types of toothpaste really quickly. There's a few different categories of things you can kind of look through. There's fluoride and not fluoride. There's anti-sensitivity. There's whitening. There's all different kinds of things. The first question you want to always look at is fluoride or not. I always recommend be sure it has fluoride. Unless you have some kind of allergy or problem with fluoride related things, I would get a fluoride toothpaste. You want the fluoride in there. That is a big thing that I'll do a whole other video topic on, but fluoride's important for your health of your teeth. You're not going to kill yourself or damage yourself by using fluoride in your toothpaste. You're going to spit it out. You're going to hardly get any exposure to it. It's just directly on your teeth. So it's best to get a fluoride toothpaste. I would avoid the stuff that has fluoride in it unless you're one of the tiny percentage of the population that actually has a fluoride problem. 99.9% of the population needs to have fluoride in it. So if you get one thing from this video, please get a toothpaste with fluoride in it. There's lots of different kinds from that. There's your basic types of toothpaste. That's just like good old Crest or Colgate or whatever, just basic toothpaste. Those are great. Those are fine. They do the job. There's one thing, though, you might want to look at is that there's two different kinds. If you look at the active ingredient, there's sodium fluoride and stannous fluoride. 85% of your fluoride toothpaste are going to be sodium fluoride. That's just the basic good old combination. Some of your more special ones like a Crest, Pro Health, and others will have stannous fluoride in it. Be careful with that one. Some people do great with it. Some people have problems with it. It stains some people's teeth. Some people have a bad reaction with it. So, if you want to use one of those, just test it out and be sure that it's exactly what you want it to be before you totally commit to using it all the time. So if you change toothpaste and notice some weird issues come up, you might want to see if it's got stannous fluoride in it or not. It does work great, though, for any cavity and any gingivitis issues. It does help better control bacteria. It has been shown to do that, but it also has the potential for a couple other side effects. So that's something to keep in mind. So most people are going to be fine with the sodium fluoride. The stannous fluoride, it makes a minor difference, but it's not totally required. Another thing you can look at is whitening or not whitening. Whitening toothpaste are just basically more abrasive toothpaste than your normal toothpaste. The more abrasive it is, the stronger the whitening effect. It basically removes a little bit more tooth structure than your regular toothpaste does. Whenever you brush your teeth, you remove just the tiniest amount of tooth. Most of the time, it's barely anything, enough to where over the course of your lifetime, it doesn't even matter. But if you use a whitening toothpaste, it does just a little bit more. Over time, that can be an issue, but for most folks, it's fine. If you've already got sensitive teeth, I'd recommend staying away from these. But if you want to just slightly brighten up your smile, that's great. It doesn't work as well as like an actual whitening product, like a whitening gel or the strips that you can use or a tray that you can get from a dental office or even an in-office whitening. It's not going to get quite the same bang as that, but it can help a little bit. So whitening is a good option if you wish to have that. Just be sure, once again, it has fluoride in it. The other type that you often hear of is anti-sensitivity toothpaste. These are great for different sensitivity issues. They don't always work, but they do help with some folks. Basically, your teeth are porous, and the whole point of the anti-sensitivity toothpaste is it blocks those pores. It blocks up those holes and keeps whatever's making them sensitive from getting down in there and actually making them sensitive. There are many different brands of this. Really, the only way to know if it's going to help is just try out a couple different brands. And the most common one most people have heard of is Sensodyne, but Crest has an anti-sensitivity. Colgate has one. There's even different ways to make it yourself if you really want to. Another type of toothpaste you might hear about is charcoal toothpaste. I've done enough different video on charcoal related products, but I don't recommend these. They're just a little too abrasive. Most people use them as whitening toothpaste. But those are really the main basic categories you see is whitening toothpaste, uh, different types of fluoride or not fluoride, different types of fluoride, and then things like your charcoal and homemade stuff. I recommend try to just stick with the product that you know of. The only time I would say homemade might be good is if you have a problem with certain chemicals in the toothpaste, like sodium lauryl sulfate or SLS. Some people have problems with that. It's a foaming agent. It's the thing that makes toothpaste foam up a bunch. But they are starting to make different brands that have fluoride toothpaste that don't have that in it. So you can look for those. They're a little harder to find, but usually you find them in like health stores or like a Tom's brand toothpaste. Those tend to have those. So if you have a problem with SLS or sodium lauryl sulfate, you know who you are. Um, they There's good options for that out there now with toothpaste where you don't have to make your own, and you can still get the fluoride you need to keep your teeth protected. If you have questions, comments, concerns, please shoot us a message or on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you can find us. We are on Facebook, YouTube, starting a Twitter account, Instagram as well. Or you can just email us directly at deerfootdentalalabama@gmail.com. Please like, share, follow the video, and y'all take care.